Hello there and welcome to what looks likely to be a scintillating replay. This was sent to me by White Flash Reborn, who has created a new map for us to enjoy, probably coming to Automatch sometime soon, Ployetsky Outskirts version 2. This is between Ashablois, the South Korean Juggernaut, playing as the United States, versus Kimbo, the Immortal One, from Poland, playing as the aecohmatt. And this is apparently the best game of the week on this map. Mr. White Flash Reborn spent the week telling me, I've got a really good replay for you at the end of this week. You're going to want to cast it. It hasn't happened yet, but I'll send you the best one. Sturm Tiger Gaddafi then funded some, best of fives, etc. And this was the best game played. I don't know who wins. I know both players are top 10 in the world. And let's talk about the map firstly, just to get ourselves acquainted. So this is a north-south map with a few little revolutionary tweaks on what we are usually expecting. To go over what is familiar, you have the fuel points at the far-flung edges of the map, you have a traditional cut-off in a Y section here, and you have two home base sectors, so you always have something you can control quite easily. What is not the usual part and parcel of map making is that the victory point acts as a cut-off for two sides of the map. Also, you have 4 standard territory sectors in the centre, 2 of which have long... What, did I say long? I meant hard garrisons. Strong garrisons, that's the adjective we need to be using. Strong garrisons watching over them. Long, hard, strong garrisons. There's also all of these silos. It seems like the feature of the map is like silos, so it's certainly an industrial flavour. I wonder what they contain. Let's just give it a little bit of a helicopter overview. We'll keep with default camera angle. We'll start with the southern base sector. We'll just work our way to the cutoff. That's there. If you want to try and cap the fuel point, you're also going to want to get the munitions here and here. In the center, though, of course, standard territory points in CO2 giving a lot. You can get 2 of them. You can also try and control the central victory point. There's this green cover here, which is going to be pretty important, but it isn't actually facing the direction of travel, which makes it pretty exciting. These are the strong, long, hard garrisons we were talking about. Let's check on our windows. There's 3 facing the standard territory point. We'll do the... It's got what's called rotational symmetry, this map, and indeed there is a 3-window garrison kind of facing this one, but not fully facing. So that pretty much should show you the flow of the map, because, of course... With rotational symmetry, it kind of repeats itself going this way. So if you look at that sector, flip it on its ass, you got that sector there. So now that we've done a journey from this angle, going up the side of the map, all you have to do in your mind is flip reverse it. Without further ado, with a few minutes of your wasted time, let's... I misclicked. My cursor missed the play button. Let's get it on. There we go. There we go. Comedy aside. Rear echelons are going to go through this little gap here. That's hype. I like it. I like it a lot. And what are the Stern Pioneers doing? They're going for this standard territory point. Not moving to the edge. Kimbo, get on our level. How much wasted time is that? 1 second of wasted time, bro. Maybe he's just chilling out. No, he was pondering his strategic options, of course. How could we doubt the Great One? He has gone for something completely unexpected. Grand offensive doctrine. Never don't go for it, bros. I went from rank 1000 to rank 400 by playing this very faction with this very doctrine. Ashablois has gone for something equally unexpected. No, it's not the riflemen with their sandbags. It's what gives them those sandbags. It is, of course, Heavy Cavalry Company, HCC. Interestingly, for those English second language speakers, we pronounce the letter H without a H sound. So the letter H is actually spelt in the dictionary. Wait for it. Get this, we're fucking batshit crazy. AITCH. What the fuck? We have gone for a Kubelwagen. This is definitely a Nazi car. I used to think Volkswagen, the kind of myths people said about World War II and Volkswagen and Hitler, etc., making an automotive company It's not completely true, but it's not far from the truth. They were originally set up by the biggest allowed union in Deutschland at the time, and it is very much the people's car. There were many other people's cars in the 1930s, but the VW, it wasn't the Beetle at the time, but their people's auto, or whatever it ended up being, was the running design concept. And your man Adolf, as the Americans would say, did have a hand in marketing it or pushing it or pretending to have designed it, etc. I don't know all the details, but I just read their Wikipedia page and I was actually like, WTF. It isn't complete bullshit that VW were pretty much Nazis in the 1930s. That aside, I've now gotten us to the point in the game where things start to heat up. Kubelwagen pushes the riflemen out of cover. Stern Pioneers gun them down like the dogs they are. And the Kubelwagen thinks that is a successful day in the office. Let's see what we have down here. Loving that pipe, White Flash. That is cool. I like how realistic it looks. Interesting of note, there is no negative cover or road bonus on this map. Everything is vanilla, baby, but that means you can pretty much judge it for what it is. Rifleman forced away. No deaths yet. We've had 3 minutes of combat. Rear echelons could end that very soon, but Kimbo doesn't even want to shoot them. He just wants to keep forcing his opponent off the map. Elsewhere, we have our first deaths. Panzer Fusiliers losing out against rifles. Equally so for those boys. Looking low. Health bar diminishing. Oh, 2 men drop down to 1. Are they going to carry on? No, they aren't. The 2-man rifle squad reigns supreme. Meanwhile, 3-man rifles versus 3-man folks. It's heating up out there on Ployetsky. And forced away. Lieutenant out if you're British. Lieutenant if you're German. In this case, it is a lieutenant, as he is a Yankee. Doodle Andy with his 4 comrades. Which one is the lieutenant? Is that one the lieutenant? It's usually the middle, but in this case it looks rather undistinguished. Stern Pioneers low on health. They do push away the rifles, though they hold firm behind medium cover. Back in base, Panzer Fusiliers awaiting the friendly embrace of reinforcements at 25 a pop. Lieutenant pushes in. Stern Pioneer finally loses one of its soldat and throws a stun grenade, allowing the retreat. Excellent by Kimbo. That allows him to retreat with a full squad, and that is top level gaming. Kubelwagen under the duress of the lieutenant. Wants to try and stop him getting to the victory point, but it's actually suffering under the carbines there. Meanwhile, riflemen want to get back. There must be an ambulance, and there indeed is, and that's why they're retreating. Always retreat your half-health squads, because there's no point in having them in combat. It just costs you manpower. And speaking of healing, we've got the tender loving care of a med pack. Jumps inside the garrison. Garrison hype. Oh, where's... There he is, shooting out the window. And the rifle squad gets straight up to it. Kubelwagen, low on health, reverses away. Panzer Fusiliers, how many kills? Only 3. Riflemen all around them have 4 kills each. Panzer Fusiliers have to get the G43, in my opinion, and they're not that good until they get it. Nice rear entrance there, and probably shouldn't say that in the office. First Grenadiers pushing up east to get double munitions for the aecohmatt, meaning you will certainly get G43s and Sturmgewehrs very shortly indeed. Riflemen just eating up those STDs. By that I mean standard territory points. I mean, come on, I don't know what you thought I meant there. Got a bit of barbed wire, or razor wire as it's called in this case. Solidifying those sandbags into one-directional potent obstacles. Kubelwagen yet to get a kill. Has attained veterancy thanks to its damage and damage received. Kubelwagen have just planted... Well, they're behind the Yank sandbags there. We do have Lieutenant with the bazooka. They might be going for a little flank on the Rakettenwerfer very shortly. How are we liking the flow of battle so far? I'm really thinking that you have to build your own sandbags here to try and force your opponent off against the garrison at least. Oh, we've got our G43s. They could come in for a little flank soon. We're going to check on the east, where we notice that Panzer Fusiliers are going to try and deal with the rear echelon menace. Ah, he's run into the lieutenant. He has to push him around, stop him firing. First shot goes in against the Stern Pioneers. That is unfortunate, and they are forced away. Panzer II, Luke's is in the build. That is completely unexpected, as is the arrival of the Stuart. Back in the loving embrace of that 3/4-ton beast. A popular feature on Reddit, where he has actually embodied 98% of all Reddit posts on the R Company of Heroes subreddit. And that is because of his heinous fratricide over the years. Vet 2 Kubel now, zipping around the battlefield. Significantly increasing mobility. I need to get that mod again that tells me what all the veterans' abilities are, but I'm a lazy person. Or I just have too much to do in my life. Still find the time to cast, so I do enjoy it. Nice therapy on a Monday evening. Oh, Rifleman low. Kubelwagen's just been hurt, though. Will the Panzer II Lukes pursue? If I know Kimbo, I believe he will, but the sight of the Stuart should push him away once more. And the truck saves the Rifleman's life. Panzer Fusiliers threatening that juicy anti-tank rifle grenade. Just enough to keep him at bay. There we go. We've got a anti-tank rifle grenade of the American zone. And here comes the Stuart to finish the job. They need to get their own in. Where is it? What happened there? Finally! Panzer II could have gotten around this mini silo in this time, but I'm blaming the Panzer Fusiliers for that one. Meanwhile, by the way, Kimbo's setting a retreat path. Kill up. Or he's trying to, at least. Good tank trap there, though. And you must notice that Ashablois currently doesn't have... Well, he has one territory sector, whereas Kimbo has all of this. I like how that works, White Flash. That's cool. That really is cool. I like it. I like it a lot.
Heavy machine gun team, ready for orders.
We're going for a 50 cal up in this ship. Some whiskey left. Today we're drinking, it's a Canadian maple whiskey. I am in my pajamas, as you can tell. Best way to cast, gotta be. Nice one. Oh, that was a death there, wasn't it? Was it? No. That guy died and the other two survived. Just jumped. That can happen. Or was it a rifle? Was that a French grenadier? Yes, he's very, very Nazi. Okay, it was a French grenadier that just died. It's no audio cue. My bad. Thought for a moment, because the rifleman jumped away, I thought it could have been involved in that, but my eyes did not deceive me. It was indeed a French grenadier dying. Rifleman thinking of mining up, but they are spotted. Meanwhile, in the centre, the Kubelwagen ace on his 7th kill, possibly. I'm going to try and hunt down the guys that were meant to be hunting him. Maybe not. Meanwhile, Stern Pioneer eats suppression as the rifleman gun them down from the flank. Kimbo needs to spot this one. He's got no cover there. It's only the suppression that's stopping the damage being received. And they are now forced away, popping them out of suppression. I mean, the rifleman could gobble them up. Needs to be careful. Gets around the cusp of the silo. Puma is going to go west. And the Stuart needs to be careful now. Kubel's trying to bait him in. Anti-tank rage. Trying to find range. Puma. Good shot. How did he get that? I did not think he was in range there. Puma's going to go for it. Anti-tank rifle grenade of the rifleman has hit, though. Lieutenant needs to help out here. Come on, Asher. And the Stuart's cooked up. Meanwhile, 50 cal. Watching over as the rifleman cap the east side. Puma getting forced away by the lieutenant. Does eat a shot. So 2 light tank deaths now. for both players. Let's go over to the KD screen. Let's briefly double check what we know to be the case. Indeed, it is just a Stuart that has died. Just over to Kimbo, and he has indeed lost his Volksgrenadier and a Panzer II. His best unit right now is the Panzer Fusilier, which is currently running away. Holding the goddamn line. Not behind cover though. Asher finally realises the error of his ways, but he's not actually benefiting from it here. It is pretty much just funneling himself into a certain retreat. Kubal's coming for some more fun. This guy loves it. Will he finally get that highly touted 7th kill? Might not matter. And meanwhile, Puma's watching on as the captain cowers behind the tank truck. We're going to have to go for an M1 AT gun. As a Panzer II Lux is built yet again for Kimbo. Back in Captainsville. Puma's just chilling, trying to take out the tank trap and missing, it seems. I want to see what's inside a silo. I'm meant to be casting. Oh, God. The things I do for you people. I tell you, the things I do. Can't peel away from this for too long. We seem to have a flank coming on. We don't want to miss the Kubelwagen's 7th kill. So green cover's now down. I repeat, green cover is down for the Volksgrenadier, and they're suppressed. Kubel watches on as the Stern Pioneers are now able to go into battle. Meanwhile, in the centre, Puma relinquishes its position. And the Panzer Fusiliers on 7 kills go east. They do have spent manpower in their ranks, if you notice. He's cancelled it though. That's top level play. AT gun not quite in position. Now it is. Gets a shot despite the smoke. And the MG34 gets the pin off. Stern Pioneer knows it can't get to that cover because it can't go under the pipe, so decides against it. Panzer II, where are you? Keeping this fuel all the while thanks to that victory point being captured. Really needs to get on that, does good old Ashablois. Oh no, he'll have it because of this cut-off as well. Nice shots by the Lux. Meanwhile, fuel is being harassed. He completely ignores that mine. And we're now going to look inside the silo, just like AE wanted. There is nothing there. You can, however, hide inside and see things going around, much like in a first-person shooter game with a glitch on the map.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Cough, Call of Duty Black Ops. There's many exploits on that one. What else we got going on? This is the first 50 cal. There will soon be a second. Meanwhile, in terms of where they are on their teching, we do have mine there on the base entrance, causing a spike in lag. We're going to see an anti-tank grenade also. M1 AT guns hauling ass against position, but Kimbo is active and he knows what's going to happen if he can't react in time. Jumps inside the garrison, jumps out of it, and encounters the M1. Could punish him now and could steal the AT gun. Indeed he does. Does he have a clear exit? No, he doesn't. This is all over the place, and it's all because of that one mine on the base exit, as Kimbo tried to kill the ambulance, most likely. M1 changes hands twice there. All the damage being done. Grenade dodged by the M1. Does he make it to the safety of the base? Yes, he does. The loving arms of the base bunker now enrapture him. By the way, there's a 50 cal there if you're wondering why that's not being harassed. Captain jukes behind the garrison, but there's STGs waiting for him. Destroys the AT gun, does Kimbo with the Puma. Nice work there. Very nice work indeed. Don't forget, he's got 2 light vehicles, or armor fighting vehicles. Can't really call light tanker, light vehicle. You can, however, call it an AFV somehow. More good hits as the first grenadiers do the do-si-do and get out of there. This, oh, nice by the Panzer Fusiliers forcing away the MG, but here come the boys. All 19 of them. Captain forced away from the east. And Panzer Fusiliers under duress in the west. And he's going to go for the cut-off manoeuvre. The Polish hammer used against him. Panzer II Luke's reversing into the scene, as is the MG-34 setting up. Let's check out that map. And, oh my god, was that a damaged engine? How did that happen? I didn't expect that. That's why I was going to check out the map. That was a very unexpected long range. And we've got the bazooka also. We don't have an AT gun anymore, and that's probably going to save him. He knows this rifleman does not have an anti-tank grenade, so he uses that to his advantage and smokes him off, allowing the Panzer II to possibly escape. Ashablois has plenty of munitions in the tank, though. He did actually. That's completely my mistake, by the way. He did actually have one. And one more anti-tank grenade will do the dirty. Oh, he backs into a bush. That could be to his peril. He gets it. Does he get there in time, though? Here come the infantry reinforcements. Needs to get around the cusp, but there's a flak emplacement waiting, and he is forced away. Puma could now bite the dust, though. Lieutenant's gunning for him. Bazooka shots not doing the work he intended, and both AFVs escape. Meanwhile, MG sets up for Asher. Kubel's still alive on Veteran 2. Still never got that 7th kill, FYI. How close are we to our respective light by German army heavy tanks Pershing 54 tons or something like that. It is soon on its way, only 10 fuel to go. Meanwhile, Kimbo, having built 2 AFVs, is a little bit more away on his merry jaunt towards the Tiger. This is very much a full day of accountancy casting, I'm sure you can appreciate. I can't think of many more excuses. I cast on Saturday morning at 7:30, and I'm casting now at 9:30 in the evening. There's never a good time to cast when you're 30 years old, it seems. But it's always fun. And that's what you can count on. I wouldn't cast if it wasn't, to be honest. There's a lot of casts I do where it just isn't fun and I give up. Lieutenant sprints into position. Gets a nice bazooka round off there. Kubel's actually blocking the way a little bit. Is he going to try and push him out of position? Yes, he is. Kimbo with the micro as ever. 50 cal's going to set up just to stop what he expects to be a blob to rescue the Lukes. But it isn't in position right now. Meanwhile, Puma tries to smoke him out. Lukes again escapes. M1 does set up, can now fire through the smoke. Panzer Fusiliers gain veterancy 2 as they force their way into the centre. Panzer... Oh! Main gun damaged! And inoperable. Panzer Fusiliers might now die if the lieutenant has anything to say about it. Needs to focus their fire! Indeed they do! And we've got a big squad wipe there. Meanwhile, first grenadier is forced away. Other Panzer Fusilier squad. And now the Master squad on 9 kills. Repositioning. Asher is having a hell of a game. Or is Kimbo just not having the right strategy for this map, it seems? Either way, it's a good game so far. It has to be said. Oh, Kubel goes down! The brutality of it all. I have now just realised that Asher has to build the Major to get the to get the Pershing out. I know I'm stupid. I know that is a thing, and you just have to give us my bus. Carry on. Carry on, Matt, it's fine. Nobody noticed. Anyway, Vet 3 rifles versus the MG-34. A tale as old as time itself. As war immemorial, as he gets pinned before he's able to cap. Push in, and let me begin. The Panzer II wants some more war. I love the overlapping road wheels on German vehicles. It helps spread the weight, allows them to do things other tanks couldn't do, but makes the upkeep of said vehicles heinously difficult. Trying to push the lieutenant out of position, but the M1 has something to say about that. Has a long escape route now and is taken out by the M1. Kimbo too clever for his boots, it seems.
We're losing a capture point.
Too clever for his boots, indeed. No upgrades on the Obers quite yet. Not sure about that. Just trying to push units off the centre as Kimbo hopes to reconsolidate. He's actually down on victory points. And he's quite a bit off the Tiger. Nice bazooka shots going. Forcing many units away. And it's, you know, he's got his man where he wants him right now as he takes out the M1 yet again. Good work by Kimbo. Major artillery's going to come down on the Vet 4 MG34 as it repositions. Is now subjected to mere pyrotechnics. East side Stern Pioneers on mine clearance duty. Kimbo's resurgent, despite losing his Kubel and the Panzer II, he's not looking incredibly shabby. Obersoldaten lose to Soldaten. That one MG34 doing a good job over there. At least Kimbo has the MG game in his. He actually just laid a mine in the vision of the fuel point. Puma doing a little bit of back and forth. MG34 can't suppress the rear echelon, who's punishing the Puma for his crimes against humanity. Meanwhile, Ash is spilling out onto the western flank, but the MG34 is ready for him. Schwer Panzer headquarters with some good shots. Raketen in the building. On target everything mode. Now we are actually 15 fuel away from the Pershing, despite my fake news earlier on. MG34 for the Obers finally. They are walking into an Admiral Akbar situation though. Victory point wise, it looks like Asher's reconfiguring his attack. And it's a prominent one. Obers doing the damage. There you go. It's a man a minute at the moment. Setting up some sandbags on the eastern side. Obers pretty happy with their work. Now push on. Or possibly going to get behind. I like that model. That's cool, isn't it? That plinth full of literature. Possibly propaganda. More Obers on the way. Straight into the field of combat thanks to the Schwer's forward positioning. Puma with its 3 vehicles destroyed, 3 infantry destroyed. Puma eats some big shots. 50 cal has been flanked. But I tell you what, Kimbo needs to be careful there. That's a double bazooka. He smokes himself out, but he's still exposed. Wheel the echelon and attack ground through the smoke. He's got line of sight, don't forget. And he does, and it's not very successful. He may try for another one, though. He may try for another one. Haha, Kimbo knows it. Gets out of there. Check out the centre as the Obers. Now on their 7th kill. And the east side, some double capping. That kind of Call of Duty domination. Faster cap, which does not exist in Company of Heroes. Come on, guys. Oh, Vet 5 MG34 needs to escape. That's one of Kimbo's best units. And there you go. And here comes the Pershing. Raketenwerfers do nothing. Except die, it seems. Come on, guys, push it along. He's dead. Oh, ho, ho. Apex of the point there saves his life. Puma's possibly in position to protect. Panzer IV's on his way. He's had to curtail his Tiger Dream. Oh, that Ober's dead. Pershing may do some more damage now. MG34 bites the dust. 6 kills already. Meanwhile, Lieutenant versus Vet 4 Volksgrenadier in the east. Let's go back over to the Pershing's merry jaunt. Sternbein just keeps the Schwer in fighting fitness. It is very prominently positioned, it must be said. We do now have the Panzer IV.
The enemy is
Double
overrunning one of our
Vet
capture
2
points.
50 cals. Going to push into the centre most likely. Centre and west. I really think he's focused quite a lot on that victory point.
Germans are making a push.
It must be said that the spread of map control has been pretty fluent in this game. It's been very good to watch, actually. Panzer IV misses everything. Nothing on the eastern side to deter it, though, it must be said. Major's having a major fuck up there and is forced away. Pershing has a Vet 3 rear echelon. That is handy thanks to the bazooka, giving him all that damage he's done. So he's now in a position to repair that Pershing in double quick time. Also with no damage penalty should he be shot at during said escapades. Vert's going to cap the central victory point. Another nice shot by the Pershing. 8 kills now. Obersoldaten aren't quite in the crater. All Panzer IV's getting shot to shit. Puma's looking to help out. Raketen gets a shot in. Double check what's happening here. Sternpioneers could be dying. They'll be fine, it seems. Oh, big shots in. Puma's now got to be careful. Raketenwerfer forces away the Pershing for now. On prioritised vehicle. Doing absolutely nothing. Rear echelon force out of the garrison. Meanwhile, Obers are walking into a trap. Possibly Kimbo needs to be careful. Come on, Kimbo. Be alert. Be ready. Ow, that's a bad idea. Quick turret traverse. Kimbo doesn't see it, loses a hex on her health. That Ober's as good as useless now. 40 manpower upon. Puma smokes out because he knows he's in trouble. Still eats a big, juicy shot there. However, the Raketenwerfer could have him covered. Pershing with the attack round, maybe? No, no, no. Gets out of there. Keeps the Pershing out of battle to the Raketenwerfer. For my money, Ashablois could be a little bit more reckless with the Pershing, should he want to. AK get it to like half health before he retreats, because he's retreating it at 90 or 80% health every time at the moment. And is that the most manpower efficient way to use it? I'm not sure. By that I mean he could drain the OKW a little bit more before he retreats, but I mean this is the kind of guy that's definitely going to get a Vet 3 Pershing this game, so we can't doubt his strategy too much, but you know, it is conservative, and conservative strategies usually lend themselves to ridicule. Speaking as a lefty. Obersoldaten. Oh, having a 420 blaze at Snoop Doggy Dog moments. More Raketenwerfers are the flavour of the month for Kimbo. Fuel count wise, he's up to a 138. As the MG34's found out of position. Meanwhile, in the west, the Obersoldaten similarly could be going down actually. Oh, just need to be more active with the lieutenant. Could have got it for certain. Would have got shot at by the Schwer, but it would have been worth it, surely. MG34 goes down. Is he going to take it? Because he could die. Can't he hear the tank rumbling in the midst? I'll tell you what, though, that captain could still survive. Traverses his turret, follows up. Does not go static, though. Was still moving, meaning the shot wasn't as accurate as it could have been. Misses again. He's running the gauntlet. However, the blob. Oh, nice smoke there. And the Pershing ricochets a shot. Did you see that fly off? Counter blob action coming in from Asher. Grenade tossed. Always said Kimbo's a tosser. Ha! Boomer pushing in, Pershing pushed away. Misses with the follow-up. Does not have a hope to penetrate, but that shot certainly does. Puma, what are you thinking, son? That Pershing's got you. Oh, attacks ground and misses. Meanwhile, Panzer IV forcing away the Major. Not too much to be said about that. Ooh, rear echelon. Want to take out that Puma. Check out the kills on these bad boys. 17 on the Panzer Fusiliers. Only 5 on the Obers. With the 40 manpower reinforce not fully enacted. Kimbo is not as sharp as he once was. It, you know, needs to be said. Oh! Nice work by the Panzer IV going in for the Pershing through the northern base entrance. Obersoldaten protecting him from the bazooka shots, possibly.
What are your orders?
We don't have an upgrade there. He doesn't want to spend the 15 fuel, rather just use the stern pioneers. Obers now, climbing up to 9 kills. Must be said, the Pershing has now been on 9 kills for a long time, so despite that early success, it's not really solidified it. Panzer IV, likewise. Lieutenant sprints into action. All the zeal. That's a captain, Matt. Rifleman, Vet 3 on low health. They'll escape. That Raketten won't know, thanks to the Pershing. Obersoldaten also on low health. This could be the death of Kimbo's army. Oh my lord! That Pershing sniping everything just when we said it wasn't doing the work it was earlier doing. It made up for that. Puma. Nice rear armor shot. Where's the follow-up? Bazookas have something to say about that. Rear armor hit yet again. But the Pershing's actually looking for a follow-up. Stern pioneers try and push them away. And they're doing a good job of it. Is the Puma going in yet again? This is dastardly work by Kimbo. What a shot. However, it bounces. That is unfortunate. .50 cal. Could actually have used armor piercing rounds there. That would have been exciting. Lieutenant pushing in. Can I have my last bit of whiskey now? Lovely stuff. 15 kill Obersoldaten. That Vet 5 MG34. And here comes the Tiger. Finally, we lost track of its arrival, but it is certainly here. Let's go over there. Oh, I missed. Oh no, I didn't. That's where I clicked. That's fine. They've got a lot of work. Surely he's going to click this now. Ouch! Major gets a hearty arrival. Hearty arrival. Jesus Christ, man. Rifleman setting up their position. Kettenwerfer bounces its second shot, but is a nice little addition to Asher's army. Obers chilling out in the garrison, just forcing things away. Panzer IV and Tiger teaming up, want to take out the Kettenwerfer, but the retreat function enables it to escape with its life intact. Kimbo's Raketten in position to force away the Pershing. Vet 5 Panzer Fusiliers need to be careful, because Asher's gunning for him. Bazooka in the building. Watching on. Puma, Tiger, Panzer IV, all of them against a Vet 2 Pershing. But don't forget that Asher has good amounts of bazookas. 2 squads. And the stolen Kettenwerfer. So it's not all over quite yet. He also has a heck ton of fuel. Obers continuing their kill onslaught on 16, counting. Panzer IV needs to overshoot here to get full effect, and overshoots by too much. By that I mean, of course, attack ground. Nice use of major artillery, forcing the Obers out of their haunts. And the Panzer IV was thinking of an assault there, but the Pershing has something to say about that, and it's piss off. More Obers on the field. MG34 in tow. Pershing pushes in. And what can the Obers do about that other than die? They're just offering meat to the fodder. Schwer setting up. Puma pushing in. Panzer IV looking low. Uses a stun round. Locks its turret in place. In the perfect place. As the Pershing pushes in yet again. Suffers some rear armour shots from the flak. Tiger watches on as Raketten gets some shots in. Obers in a miserable place. Puma again with a penetration. Pop smoke. Vet 5 hit. Needs to survive. Rakettenwerfer was destroyed. Now we have a game. Now we have a game. This could have a hell of an ending. It's all over the place. And this Vet 5 Puma's an ace in the hole. More bazooka rounds. Giving that Tiger some thoughts to ponder. Come here, rear echelons, we need you. We need your work and attention. We've now got the Jackson out. Looking likely to be thinking of a thriller. Just watch from up the stairs. As we look on. As we can't get the angle. What am I doing? Nice. Damaged engine there. The Jackson's now in position. The Pershing with the juicy shot. Jackson thinks better of it. Misses with its follow-up. I'm ever so sorry for trying to go up the silo steps there. I must apologise. You must appreciate sometimes the whiskey kicks in and I make a bad decision. I'm just glad that nothing died. You didn't miss anything, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Let's do a tail of the tape. Let's consider what our options are. We've got 2 Obersoldaten, Vet 5 Panzer Fusiliers, Vet 4 Stern Pioneers, a Vet 5 MG34 Chilling. We of course have the Veteran 1 Tiger, which is elected for the commander, giving it the artillery ability. We have the Vet 2 Panzer IV and the Vet 5 Puma. We're now getting triple cap for Kimbo. His opponents, 2 Vet 3 50 cals with a Vet 0 MG34. We've got the Vet 3 rear echelon repairing, Vet 3 rifles. We've got a Vet 3 lieutenant with the bazooka damage, Vet 2 captain, a Vet 3 major, the Jackson newly built yet to hit, the Vet 2 Pershing which already mentioned, and the ambulance of terror. Stay still, Tiger, we need you in battle. That means the Stern Pioneers need to do their business. Still yet to get any repair pioneers. I really think he should. Just to keep the Stern Pioneer not fully occupied. Pershing pushing in. Oh, damaged engine there. Needs to get behind the garrison. Puma pushes in. Looking to protect. Some good shots from max range. And there you go. Stunning the turret. But the Jackson could finish things. Rakettenwerfer needs to traverse. Panzer IV's marooned. Jackson, can it traverse its turret in time? No, it can't. Oh, but there you go. The anti-tank rifle grenade finishes off, as do the bazookas in the garrison, in fact. And he becomes a Roman candle. Though we do have Veteran C3. What's Kimbo doing now, though? Trying to take out the Jackson. That's really dangerous by the Tiger. Eating some big bazooka rounds. Tiger needs to get out of there. We have an anti-tank rifle grenade possible, but the Tiger's got a full bill of health on its engine and is able to reverse out of harm's way. We've gone for a second Stern Pioneer squad, also with a Minesweeper, just to repair on the field of combat. The tactics we're seeing from Kimbo Mad Slice looks likely to be in the bag of the pole. What the fuck does that mean? In his bag, no. In the bag. If you're Kimbo. It's in Kimbo's bag, everybody! Obersoldaten And Tiger, what a combo. And another overslot from the west side. This guy's fucked, basically. Then call for grenade. Oh, and what a shot by the Tiger. They had died in unison. Simultaneous death. One of the not used thrash metal band names of the 80s. Probably on a list of unused names somewhere. Tiger's ready once more. So's the Puma. He did get the repair automatrons, by the way, just an FYI. Triple cap hasn't quite had the effect he would have wanted quite yet because he was at quite the deficit at the point of engaging. And Vet 5, MG34, will it escape? Yes, it will, because the Pershing heard something in the fog of war and he didn't like the sound of it. Jackson eats a shot. Tiger bounces one and another. I think Veterancy 2 now. Oh, Vet 5 Puma came in, tried to smoke out, hit her rifle grenade and got taken out. Now Vet 3 on the Pershing. Big death for Kimbo. Vet 5 OKW Tiger hits the Jackson, forces it away. I'll tell you what, we've got a lot of damage from the bazooka rounds there, and the Jackson from far. Here comes the Pershing, Veterancy 3, looking to finishing the job. Raketten down, he could go for it. He could go for it. We are going to instead see the Tiger coordinated barrage for 80 munitions on the central victory point. We've had a staunch equalisation of victory points. If you cast your eye to the top of the screen, 196 versus 144. We're both in the 100s at least. 20 kills now on the Panzer Fusiliers and dying as the Pershing hits its 20th of the day. Double Stern Pioneers, bringing the Tiger back to a full bill of health. All he has to do is retreat a little bit and he'll get these dudes to help out. Oh, they must be helping you already, surely. Yes, I can't see them by the thing, so that is just within range, basically. It's very long range, isn't it? I will confirm that because I'm curious. As soon as he drives forward, we're going to check. And we'll see them run back. Will we? Will we? No! Where the fuck were they then? Oh, they're hiding in that bush. Do you see them? Those bastards. They hid in the bush. Panther? That's unexpected. Indeed, we have a very tastefully camouflaged Panther arriving. Glenn Corporal yet again, forcing away the Vet 5 rifles, and the Tiger finishes the job. However, we have just had a nice dose of major artillery on the Obersoldaten, causing all kinds of problems. Tiger, Jackson, Pershing watching on. The Panther pushes in though. We're seeing the slugfest now as the Jackson is under heavy duress. Panther pushes in, trying to take him out. Can he attack ground? Apparently not. Rear echelons could finish it. What was the Panther thinking? Burns up as the ammunition catches fire, killing all 5 crew members. And the Tiger now getting taken out possibly by the Pershing. Is that game? Abandoned Tiger. Indeed it is. Kimbo taken down by your man from South Korea, Ashablois. Kimbo threw in the Pershing, the Jackson reversed away, revealing the mightiest of squads in the rear echelon, Vet 3. And then the big bad boy, the Pershing, comes in, itself a Veteran 3 unit, and takes out both vehicles. Nice game. Wish I hadn't been quite as drunk and tired when I cast this one, because it was a very good game indeed, but I think it should have been an enjoyable cast regardless. Let's check out those old Statorinios. KD-wise, Kimbo, very good. But didn't win, so, you know, pretty much can be down to throwing those 2 tanks there, I feel. Yeah, it's because he threw those 2 tanks. That's pretty much why. Best unit was the Tiger, which had 36 kills at time of death. I mean, what other time would have had 36 kills? And he had lost 1 Obers, which we saw. We saw the French Grenadiers die, which I was unsure of, but definitely did happen. And he lost all of his vehicles. Let's check out Brimful of Asher on the 45. Rifleman. He lost some of them. How did you get to the bit where it just said rifleman? There it is. Built 3, lost 2. He also lost a 50 cal team, probably recrewed it. And he decrewed his M1 3 times. He did, of course, lose at Stuart, so just better preservation, to be honest. Yeah, I think he had better preservation than Kimbo, I'm going to say. I think Kimbo had better moments of individual tactics and micro, but you just can't doubt that Ashablois, on the whole, was the more consistent performer in that particular game. And just an FYI, he actually won all 3 games in this series. That's right, all 3 games in this series. So 3-0 to Kimbo. Sorry, 3-0 to Asher versus Kimbo. And well done to him. Has to be said. Let us throw up the game is over, thank you for watching screen. And I'm now going to narrate to you a brief story. I've put short story into Google. We're going to do this so there's no spoilers at the end of the screen. What is this? Trying to find a short story I can read. Tell you what, let's go on the Wikipedia page for Puma AFV. And we'll talk all about it in one moment. The whiskey's really fucking hit me. I don't know if you can tell. Puma. The Sonderkraftfahrzeug 234. I fucking hope that's right. Special Purpose Vehicle 234 was a family of armoured cars. Designed and built in Germany in World War II. I'm also going to move the cursor around so people who are on YouTube think the camera angle's changing. Designed and built during World War II. The vehicles were lightly armoured, armed with a 20-50 or 75mm main gun, and powered by a Tatra V12 diesel engine. Vroom, vroom. The SDKFZ 234 broadly resembles the appearance of the 8-Rad. We don't need to go into that. Deployments. Armoured wheeled vehicles were developed early in Germany after the end of World War I, since they were not subject to the restrictions of the Versailles Treaty. The SDKFZ 234 belonged to the ARK series type designation of the chassis, and was the successor to the earlier SDKFZ 231, 232, 233, which belonged to the GS series. How fascinating, thank you. The combat experience of the fast-moving, hard-hitting, wheeled reconnaissance vehicles during the Wehrmacht's earlier invasions of Poland and France impressed German military officials, but indicated some deficiencies in existing designs. A new armoured car project was thus undertaken in 1940, incorporating several lessons from the Wehrmacht's own external operations. The latest Buzzing NAG SDKFZ 232 variant, the SDKFZ 234, was designed later that year. It was to have a monocoque, what the fuck is that word? Monocoque. The fuck?
Monocoque.
Monocoque. A monocoque. Chassis with 8 wheels and an air-cooled engine for use in North Africa. Chassis were built by Bussing NAG in Leipzig, Waren, while armoured bodies were provided by Deutsche Edelstahlwerke of Krefeld and turrets by Daimler-Benz in Berlin, Marienfeld of Schiehau. What the fuck is that? I'm sorry, Schiehau? The fuck is a Schiehau? You can't make these things up, Wikipedia. I'm sorry, but A shy how? I'll just get back to it. I've lost where I was. Shy how of Elbing. I don't want to keep it up on the screen because YouTube people will be like looking through the thing and looking to see if it's a spoiler, you see, and we want to trick them. With engines from Ringhofer Tatrawerk AG of Nesseldorf. This is so fascinating. Have I given it enough spoiler time yet? I'm begging you, please. I'm absolutely begging you. I'm begging you. That is enough. If you've made it to this point in time, we've just done 5 or 6 minutes of spoilery time at the end of the video. I know Tightrope does it properly, but I don't know. Maybe I'll stop this. Maybe I'll just go back to my old lazy ways. But I don't. Has this been a drunken disassembling of my mind? I don't know. Make your own mind up. Maybe it was a fun feature. Maybe you're just as bad of a person as me for making it this far in the video. Regardless, I think that was a good game. Maybe I won't upload this. Maybe I will. I'm going to listen to it before I do, just to check. Thank you for watching, and